Three Beauties of the Northeast Part 2. Into the Caves and Cliffs of Zohra. After witnessing breathtaking views, we reached Duan Syiem viewpoint, the gateway to the Zohra circuit. Named after a local Khasi chief, Duan Singh, this viewpoint offers an expansive, open view of the Mawdok Valley. From here, one can see a deep, V-shaped gorge, where green hills appear folded over one another in layers. Most visitors enjoy the scenery, sip hot tea, relish Maggi or roasted corn, and then move on. But hidden deep inside the forest here is the Wa Kaba Waterfall, which only a few adventurous souls attempt to visit. Reaching the base of the waterfall and climbing back is no easy task. You must descend and climb hundreds of steps. If your legs and lungs permit, it is an adventure worth attempting. We descended the steps and finally stood before the waterfall, where water cascades down a rocky face into the abyss of the gorge. Wa Kaba, radiant and fierce during the monsoon, remains active even in November. Hari was excited to try on the traditional Khasi attire. Holding the sword and shield, he truly embraced the spirit and mood of the moment. The providers, too, were delighted and took special care to make the experience memorable. By the time we climbed back up, exhaustion had taken over. Nearby, we had simple yet satisfying thali meals at Golden Pine Dhaba. Our journey continued through Cherrapunji, once a major coal mining center, and then to the Arwah Caves. Arwah is among the most fascinating caves in Sohra, offering a raw, prehistoric atmosphere. It is entirely different from the Gapt Godavari caves of Chitrakoot. These caves give convincing evidence of Meghalaya's ancient past, when it was part of the Gondwana landmass. The main attraction of Arwah is the millions of years old marine fossils embedded in the limestone walls, more clearly visible deeper inside the cave. Reaching Arwah requires a 15 to 20-minute trek along a rocky ridge overlooking the Mawlynnong hills. Inside, the cave is dark, vast, and smooth. We walked on wet surfaces with water droplets constantly falling from the limestone above. Carelessness here could easily result in a fall. Narrow passages open into large chambers, and small underground streams appear unexpectedly. Arwah turned out to be a deeply satisfying experience. From there, we headed to the most popular cave in Zohra, Mawsmai Cave. Another ancient limestone formation, Mawsmai, is filled with impressive stalactites and stalagmites formed over thousands of years. Natural light filters through certain openings, making the limestone sparkle. Unlike Arwah, halogen lamps illuminate most sections here. Although the entrance is wide, some parts inside are extremely narrow, requiring visitors to crawl. Jayan and Hari turned back midway, but Appu and I decided to continue without knowing where the path would lead. To our surprise, it turned out to be the exit. Mawsmai felt more like a harsh tunnel than a cave. From the exit, a pathway led us back to the main gate. At the entrance, a musical program was underway. A donation box was placed in front, and many visitors, including us, contributed. Several tourists were camping in the area. After spending some time there, we headed to our accommodation at Norsi homestay in Setsupen. Though facilities were limited, they were sufficient for a night's stay. After resting briefly, we went out for dinner at Zohra 1885, a restaurant adjacent to the oldest police station in Meghalaya. The beautifully decorated restaurant once served as a prison. The antique ambience has been preserved by retaining the old prison rooms and displaying caps and uniforms of prison officials. Zohra 1885 felt warm and homely. We had plain naan and matar paneer before returning. A campfire had been lit at the homestay, but fatigue overtook us quickly. Unfortunately, a group of youngsters shouting and singing near the campfire made it difficult to get a good night's sleep. We left early the next morning for the Seven Sisters Falls, also known as Nosngithyang Falls or Mawsmai Falls. This waterfall is visible only during the monsoon and has no supporting river. Rainwater from the Khasi hills and surrounding villages splits into 7 parallel streams as it plunges from the cliff. At 1,333 feet, it is among the tallest waterfalls in India. From the roadside, one can see the cliff, the top rock, and the deep valley below. During the monsoon, this view would rival Kerala's Athirappilli Falls. Now, in the dry season, only flat, dry rock and the vast valley remain. Still, the sunlight playing with light and shadow across the hills, and the pink hue of the exposed rock, was mesmerizing. The roadside shops were crowded. Behind them lay dense forest. We had tea, putharu, and pusla. Putharu is a slightly sweet cake made from powdered brown rice, johar, cooked inside a bamboo leaf. One of Meghalaya's most popular breakfast items. Pusla, a small pancake made of white rice and wrapped in a leaf, was equally delicious. Though Sohra has many waterfalls, the lack of water meant we did not spend time visiting them. Instead, we set off for Mawlynnong, reputed to be the cleanest village in Asia. You can explore the specialities of Mawlynnong in the next episode. Until then, goodbye. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe to catch the upcoming episodes, filled with more stories.